Hey, man. Woo! Let me tell you something. I was sick as a D-O double G. I was sick as a D-O double G dog this weekend. So Friday when you guys saw me, okay, Friday. I've been in the bed since Friday. I was at the hospital last night. Uh, whew, man. And I just want to say I'm thankful to God to be alive. I'm thankful to God for the beautiful Tia who took excellent care of me and made sure that I'm here to talk to y'all. That I'm here today to talk to y'all. There was somebody that's responsible for that, and just want to say thank you to her for that. This is a picture of your boy yesterday, and it was ugly. I hate to, particularly be looking like this, but, I've been trying to muscle through this cold, and, we didn't muscle through it too well, man. We were sick as a dog, man. Thank you to the beautiful people at the Veterans Administration who took care of your boy Black Dragon and got me through this. I had a triple thing going on. I had a gout attack in the middle of that cold thing, which turned into but I'm here. I'm here, and I'm alive right now.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So anyway, it's good to be here and alive and with you all because I've been down a whole entire weekend and it was tough. Listen here, do you have the heart to be a real sergeant at arms? We're going to talk about some MC leadership truth. Are you a real sergeant at arms, or are you the president's do boy? We're going to ask those questions today. What makes a great sergeant at arms? You got to have heart, balls, and believe it or not, you must resist politics. Very tough thing to do. We're going to expose sergeant at arms. We're going to decouple what a great sergeant at arms is versus a political lapdog or just an enforcer lapdog. See, after nearly 38 years of this lifestyle, which seems to me to be something I've done my entire adult life, I have seen sergeant at arms come and go, some legendary and some forgotten. The sergeant at arms isn't just an enforcer. It's one of the most powerful rules in any motorcycle club, powerful roles rather, in any motorcycle club, often carrying respect rivaling the president himself. But to be a truly great sergeant at arms, you need something most lack, the heart to stand apart. You must decouple from club politics, groupthink, and the need to be liked by everyone, or the need to be liked by those at the top, like the top five. A lot of times they create themselves their own little club within a cult club, and they start the circle jerk between them. And a lot of sergeant at arms feel like they need to be a part of that. To be a great sergeant at arms, you must decouple from club politics. Too many SAAs end up as the president's do boy. Yes, man, afraid to speak the truth or enforce it without the bias, not their own bias, but the bias of the others in the club. I tell you what, it's very hard to be a sergeant at arms and go against the popular uprising of BS. Tonight we asked, or rather this morning we asked the hard questions. Do you have the heart to be a real sergeant at arms? We're going to talk about different approaches in being an effective sergeant at arms, why true authority comes from neutrality, not popularity, real stories of great and failed sergeant at arms, the dangers of politics infecting enforcement, and how to know if you're ready or if you're just chasing the patch, which, many of you are just keeping it real, telling the truth about it. Many of you are. You're chasing the patch of authority. without any training or ideas of how to be the authority. Now, you can start by getting my book, The Sergeant at Arms Bible, #1 best-selling book since 2015. The Sergeant at Arms Bible will help you in being actually a great sergeant at arms. Anyway, we'll be back in a minute, 7 seconds with our panel to discuss. And I hope you guys are having a great morning. And it's good to still be here with you all. I promise you, that's the truth. I'm Black Dragon. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you in a minute and 7 seconds.
Black Dragon Biker News. He's on YouTube. Black Dragon Biker News. Get yourself educated by his books and you'll learn how to move. Black Dragon Biker News. He covers it all. So click on the screen, hit subscribe to get updated Biker News with MC Protocol. A lot of phonies popped up when this YouTube Biker News craze came about, but the man on this channel is the first to do it and the only one that never sold out. His name's Black Dragon. Started the Navy and hit the sea, repping Uncle Sam. They traded that uniform for the best from the mighty Black Sabbath. Not the band, I'm talking about the mighty Black Sabbath. MC, where he paid his dues and he earned his stripes. From prospect all the way up to national peace. All the copycat creators and the content stealers and haters, there have been many, but there's only one larger than life. Like Michael with the cowboy hat that knows kung fu and says get skinny. Black Dragon Biker News. He's on YouTube. Black Dragon Biker News. Get yourself educated by his books and you learn how to move. Black Dragon Biker News. He covers it all. So click on the screen, hit subscribe and get updated Biker News with MC Protocol.
Well, let's see if we can make this happen. I don't know. Here we go. Well, alrighty then. Alrighty then. Welcome to Black Dragon Biker News Network. Swoosh! Biker News you can trust. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. Allow me to please introduce my co-host, the magnanimous, the great, as we are the only motorcycle club and MC Protocol channel in the entire world to have our very own Dr. Logic in the house.
What's up, everyone? What's up, everyone? What's going on, Black Dragon? It's starting to feel a lot like Christmas. No, it don't, because it's 77 degrees out here in Texas, bro. I need some cold weather and some snow.
It's probably at least 55 or 60 here.
I should have just took me a trip back upstate and got me some snow. And just chilled for
It
Christmas.
snowed about a month ago here, like for 20 minutes. Okay, Google, what is the temperature in Tucker? Let's see, what is it? Oh, well, anyway.
In Tucker, it's currently 50 degrees.
Yeah, so it's 50. It'll be like 60 today, at least, maybe even 65 or 70.
Mm.
Yeah, well, but it still feels a lot like Christmas. Yeah.
Well, I'm just loving it. I got my grandkids the things they wanted, so I'm happy.
Oh, wow, you got them bad kids something?
My kids ain't bad.
Mm.
I don't put those terminology on kids.
Merry Christmas!
Oh, man, I got all the stuff. Yeah. But it won't turn off.
Merry Christmas!
It wouldn't turn off. That was ugly. Anyway, yeah, I was ready for that. I got all the stuff. Come on now. Can I get some love?
Bruh, it is 28 degrees in my hometown and snowing.
28? Oh, hell no.
That's where I grew up at, man. That's where I grew up at, man.
Oh, no.
28
Oh my God!
degrees.
All right.
The high this week is only going to be 39. That's where I grew up at, man. Hey.
Yeah, that's not cool.
It is cool. It's cold.
That's too cool. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I'm glad you got the kids something for Christmas.
Of course.
You know, as a grandparent, it's really cool to spoil.
Yep.
You get to spoil them and send their badasses back home.
Spoil.
Yep, you get to spoil them and make them rotten.
But since I spoiled, they have to sit down and listen to the knowledge too.
Mm-hmm.
They have to listen to me scold them, or they get nothing.
You don't do that, do you?
Yes, I do. Let me tell you what I did to my own kids. They were acting up. I was supposed to take them to Six Flags. My kids hate this story.
You did not take Six Flags from them kids.
Listen to me. I took them. They were up. They was acting up, and I'm a person that I'm a person of my word. You act up, you're not going. They act up, so I put them in the car. I drove all the way out to Six Flags. Drove up right around the front gate. You've never been to Six Flags up here in Arlington. Drove right up to Six Flags. I said, "There's Six Flags." They said,
Six
"Yeah."
Flags
I said,
Magic Mountain? Is that what it's called?
No, it's just Six Flags over Texas.
Six Flags over Texas. Okay, yes.
I said, "There's Six Flags." They said, "Yeah." I turned the car around, came back home.
I'm gonna call. I'm calling the people on you, man. I'm calling the child enforcement people on you. That shit was wrong.
Oh, no, it wasn't wrong. It's wrong when you're disobedient. It's wrong when you're disobedient and you think that you're going to get rewarded for your disobedience.
You told a lie to them.
No, I didn't. I took them.
You lied.
I took them. I said, if you act up, you will not go. I took them. They just didn't go in. Then I turned around, came back home.
So you're splitting hairs.
No, I'm not. I told them the truth.
When did you take them for real? The next day?
No. They didn't go. Did they go that summer? I don't know if they went that summer. They probably went later on the summer, but they didn't go. They definitely didn't go the next day.
So wrong. That is so wrong.
They gotta learn. I mean, kids gonna have to learn discipline. I mean, I grew up with real hard hands. I've seen the mother of our block bought everybody ice cream except for me one time. And then she said, "I love you, but I told you not to do that. You did it, so you don't get it."
Wow.
Hey. And I love her to this day, trying to buy her old house to put her name on it because it done collapsed and her kids gave up the house. So me and a friend of mine's trying to buy her house before they tear it down and then put her name on the house. Because that's how much respect we had for her. Because she did that to us. Because she loved us. Because she disciplined us.
Okay. Yeah, I can see it. I can see that. All right, man. I was hoping that we were going to have Lavish on because I knew he was going to have a lot to say about this. I didn't call him. I sent him a message.
Oh, man, you got to call
him. I guess maybe we do have to call him.
Somebody said, I would done the same thing, Elijah. You kept your word. I kept my word.
No, he didn't keep his word.
I did.
That was a splitting of hairs.
Have you ever taken psychology? You haven't taken. You know my minor is psychology.
I have a degree.
Psych 101. Psych 101 will teach you that even if you tell your child that you're going to give them capital punishment, you go whoop their behind and you don't do it.
Corporal punishment.
Corporal punishment. I said capital. Yeah, that when you don't do it, your child grows a thought in their head that they can't trust your word.
No, but stop it, man. Stop it.
Psychology, like I did. There's what's the level? What's the 3 levels of psyche? Your psyche.
I don't know.
Okay, since you don't know that, you can't question me. Ego, super ego. Ego.
Ego and super ego. Okay.
Don't act like you knew. I asked you. You didn't know.
No, you should have said, what is the Freudian
No, the three levels of your psyche.
Yeah, that's
What
the
is
Freudian.
id?
That's the
What does the
Freudian.
id tell? What does the id
That
teach?
is the Freudian. You got the
What-
id, the superego,
what
and the
does it
ego.
do?
The id is the basic, the basic me,
how
and
does
only
it how
me.
does it control your reaction in a child?
In a child, it's very much. In a child, it's very much very
It's
much
I
the
want.
basic.
It's I want.
Me,
Give
me,
me.
me.
Give me. Give me.
Yeah.
I want. No matter
Yeah.
how I want to get it, I
That's
get it.
Freudian. Not a lot of people.
An
Not
ego.
everybody agrees with the Freudian ideas of psychology.
When I went to school to get my degree,
Don't
that's
play
what
with
we
me,
taught.
man. No, they taught you a few more than Freud, I hope.
Well, they taught a lot. But what I'm saying is, you have to when you raise, and everybody raise their children their own way. But when you start telling your kids you're going to do something and you don't do it, you're teaching your child that they cannot trust you. They can't trust your word, even though they don't want the whooping. They don't want to be on punishment. But they're like, oh, mom ain't gonna do nothing because she never do nothing. Oh, daddy ain't gonna do nothing because he always say that.
Hey, man, we live, man. All right, get on when you can.
Get them on so we can stop talking about this.
He said he's in the middle of
stuff.
something. All right, here we go.
Come on, talk about your sergeant at arms.
Here we go.
All right.
First of all, what is the role of a sergeant at arms? In many clubs, there are different ideas. The role that I talk about in the Sergeant at Arms Bible is very simply, you have a few different, what I would say are overall jobs. Now, a lot of sergeant at arms screw it up because they focus on one or two of the 5 or 10 jobs they have. And the overall function of what a sergeant at arms does is equated by these multiple jobs that they have to do. First of all, a lot of people look at, well, it's my job to secure the club. And some break it down to even a smaller piece. It's my job to secure the president. And many will take this idea of securing the president out to this level of fanaticism, to where I do more than secure the president. What I do is I become the president's echo chamber. I become the president's do boy, and I become whatever the president wants, I do. But there are so many other jobs: security of the club, security of the president, of course, discipline of the club's punishment system, security of the clubhouse, security of the club that's out on the road, and also taking care of functions like uniform violations of the bylaws. The sergeant at arms actually conducts an investigation to see whether or not charges should be brought in a case against a member. The sergeant at arms has a lot of these duties that they do. But are you calling to be on the show? Are you calling to be on the show? Are you calling to be on the show? I'll call you back. Fuck that,
Be on
man.
the show.
Huh? A lot
They
of
don't wanna
times
be on the show.
when they see me, I know. And so it's when they get all of these when you get all these things together, you have a complete kind of idea of a sergeant at arms. You know what I want to talk about is, do you have the heart to be a good sergeant at arms, a decent sergeant at arms? And one of the biggest things that you have to be able to protect yourself from is falling into either trying to be the do boy of the president and fighting against, like, when everybody turns on a person. are you going to be fair, or are you going to be part of that group of lecherous pieces of garbage who can't follow the bylaws and will do anything to get rid of a person and make it all that shit up as you go? And these are the things that I've seen happen, and these are the things I want to talk about. And today, they got to learn discipline. Oh, they're talking about children. SAA is the real leader of a charter. In many clubs, the SAA is the real leader of the charter. In many clubs, especially if you have one that has his shit together, they can rival the president in authority and respect. And also, they can clip a president's wings that is trying to have more authority than the bylaws allow. That's when you got a hardcore sergeant at arms that has his shit together. You have other sergeants at arms that, I don't want to cause any trouble, man. And one of the ones that we had he was a former 1%er. He came to our club, and everybody was so blown away with his former 1%erness. A lot of those guys, they weren't shit in the 1% nation. That could be why they're not there no more. But when they come down to the lower club, they get this respect. Oh my God, he was a 1%er. Well, he ain't no more. And so that was probably my problem. Like, I was like, okay, all right, you're a 1%er. You're in the Black Sabbath now. And they elected him sergeant at arms because he had all this unverified experience because he had that diamond. And he comes in, and there was a president of that chapter. This was back when I was national. So I was sitting in on a meeting, and I heard this. Everybody was talking and coming up with these things. And I heard this guy say no less than 10 times, especially when they were voting on this and that. When it came down to his vote, okay, what do you vote? Hey, you know me, I'm going with my president. Whatever he says, I say. And I just the first time I heard that, I turned and, that's interesting. Then they had another round of voting. You know me, I'm going with my president. Whatever my boss wants, I'm there. And so towards the end of the shit, I was kind of like, so do you have a mind of your own at all whatsoever, my bro? Because you sound like a fucking do-boy to me. Of course, that caused a lot of consternation, and he wanted to fight. But I just spoke the truth. Why do you even get a vote? If you don't have anything other to say than what the president says, then why the hell do you even get a vote? Why should you even vote? Because the president doesn't get a vote. So if your vote, the president only gets a vote for a tie. So the president is actually voting through you because you don't have anything to say that's other than what he says. Like, you're the last person I want as a sergeant of this charter. And be glad I'm not in the voting, because your ass wouldn't be here. I don't like it. It's dumb. You're talking dumb shit. Is that how they get down in the 1% world? And so that's when I learned, and I did not particularly know this before, that there are many motorcycle clubs where the president picks the sergeant at arms. In fact, the president may pick his whole own cabinet in some and Biker News Canada says it right here. It's interesting. I'm glad I looked over there. Do you elect SAA, or does the president select them? So in this is something that I learned at that time, because he snapped back at me and educated me that in some motorcycle clubs, the president selects his SAA and maybe even others of his top officers, especially in a situation where he feels like he needs his SAA for his protection, to protect his very life, especially in like the big clubs maybe. So that guy is handpicked. And so if you're being handpicked by a guy, maybe you feel like you owe him some level of loyalty. But the way the Black Dragon sees this is no one is owed more loyalty than the club itself. You're not higher than the club if you're the president. I don't give a fuck. You're not. You're not higher. And you're not higher than all these people calling me today. This guy's calling me on my computer and on my phone at the same time. Oh, this guy's calling to be on the show. You calling to be on the show? You calling to be on the show? Oh, I know who this is. I guess you calling to be on the show, huh? What's wrong with your voice? You sound all... Don't talk to me in the sexy voice first thing in the morning, all right, man? Don't do that. Yeah. Put some bass in your voice. You wasn't sounding right now. Okay. What's up, man? What you got to say?
Hey, man, I was listening to the show, and you are so right, dude. You know, it's like, man, in these clubs, man, they're afraid to have to speak freely, you know, and you know, it's like if you go against it, if you go against what the president wants or what he thinks, you know, that the direction that the club should go or whatever it is that they're voting on, you know, you're looked at as not being loyal. And it's sad.
Are you talking about for the sergeant at arms or just members in general?
No, I mean, you know, it's just members in general. I mean,
but I'm talking about the sergeant at arms. So when the sergeant at arms is afraid to go against everybody, now you got a problem.
Yeah. But but that mentality is kind of spread out, throughout the entire chapter. It's that same mentality.
Unfortunately, it is. So when you get one of them weak asses in your sergeant at arms position, now you got a club that you're gonna start losing members left and right. There's got to be some fairness in the MC, and the person's job to ensure the fairness is the sergeant at arms, not the president, not the vice president. It'd be nice if they were on that page, but when you have people with those titles and those positions, there needs to be a checks and balances. The sergeant at arms is supposed to be that check and balance. The sergeant at arms is supposed to be the one that says, I know what you want, Prez, but the bylaws don't allow that. So we've either got to get the whole club together and vote on these bylaws, or you got to stand down on that shit because it ain't right. I know you don't like.
But now,
go ahead.
Nowadays, though, Black Dragon, the bylaws don't mean shit.
Well, unfortunately,
the bylaws don't mean anything, man. It's what the clique wants.
Unfortunately, you're right. But that's why we have the channel. That's why we actually do this education, because people are coming into these clubs and they don't know that. And the reason that they accept the BS is because they don't know that it could be that it can be different. A lot of these guys, they're not getting any education. They don't know. They come in the club and that's how it's supposed to be because that's how everyone's doing it. They think that's where it is. Like, I know people in motorcycle clubs that don't even own a set of bylaws. They don't possess a set. It wasn't handed out to them when they were a prospect or whenever. They don't even have bylaws.
Right.
Some don't know what the bylaws mean. They don't know how important they are. A lot of people just go along to get along. So we talk about it. RR says the sergeant at arms is usually the most hated. If he's doing his job correctly, he is the accountability for the chapter. If RR he's doing his job correctly, he should be the most hated and the most feared, and he should be the most loved. He should be the one that everybody knows it's going to be fair. And if I'm wrong, I'm going to get my ass toe up. But if I'm right, even if everybody in the club is against me, I tell you, one time, the national vice president of my club decided we're going to get rid of Black Dragon. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. It keeps overpowering my phone. This is an alarm from my Dexcom monitor, and it keeps overpowering every setting I have to turn it off. It pisses me off. But he decided I'm going to throw Black Dragon out of the club. One of the many times where this was decided. And I had a sergeant at arms who is now a chosen few. And this sergeant at arms, a really, really great guy, man. And this is a sergeant at arms I went back and forth with many, many times. So you had the president, you had this you had the national president, national vice president, and a couple other dudes who decided we're going to throw Black Dragon out of the club. But you had the national sergeant at arms. And he said, well, you're not going to throw the man out without a trial. That ain't fucking happening on my watch. And so when that came, when that instance came, the whole thing fell apart. Well, we can't have a trial because there's no way that he's going to get 100% vote against him. He's too popular in the club. There's no way that every chapter is going to vote to throw him out of the club. There'll be one chapter or two that'll vote differently. So there's no way we can get a unanimous decision. They might have been able to get one, but they didn't think they could. So the national vice president says, we don't have to have a unanimous decision. He's retired and he's a lifer. So he doesn't fall under the same rules as everybody else. The national sergeant at arms says, oh yeah, prove that by the bylaws. Couldn't prove it by the bylaws. National sergeant at arms' name was Miles, by the way. I'm always thankful to him. You can't understand how many times me and that guy fought. But his principles were sound. He had sound principles.
Absolutely. Right. Too bad a lot of clubs don't have those type of individuals.
Yeah.
You know,
and so let me tell you.
It's sad. It's really sad.
Let me tell you what they did. They couldn't get Black Dragon by going through him. They couldn't get Black Dragon that way. So they had to combine their forces to get rid of him first and put a sergeant at arms in that would follow their bullshit narrative. And that guy happened to be the guy out of Colorado. Well, is Olympic City up there in Colorado? Colorado Springs. That guy. And what does he do? I tell you what, when you deal with the devil, right? When you deal with the devil, so this piece of garbage was the guy you saw on the channel against me and all that kind of stuff. What does he do? He takes our whole chapter, because after he couldn't get his way, he took our whole damn chapter and turned that over. And just a couple of weeks ago, walked with our whole chapter and became a hell's lover with the whole chapter. So you played with the devil and he burned your dumb ass, national president, because you were dealing with a guy who had he didn't have any morals. He didn't have any loyalty.
Right.
And not a loyalty to the Black Dragon, loyalty to the goddamn club's bylaws. Loyalty to doing the things the way the things needed to be done. Loyalty to the honor of being a Black Sabbath for life. When you become national sergeant at arms, you're with us for life, mofo. You don't get to walk away. The hell? You're in this for life. When you put on that national colors, I expect you to be in it for life. That's what I expect. I guess I was raised, like Goldie said, in a square household. I'm not from the hood, Goldie said on Friday. I don't understand how the hood gets down. I'm from a square house. Well, let me tell you what happens in a square house. You learn loyalty. I'm glad to be from what they call a square house. You learn loyalty. You learn how to keep your fucking word. You learn that no matter what, you have a responsibility to those around you who have put their why this thing hits every 5 minutes, it kills me. But anyway, you learn how to put your loyalty, and you learn that when people have voted for you in a position, you owe them something. And what you owe them is not to turn around and walk away with an entire chapter of their club because you couldn't get your way. The guy who put you in the position and you decided to break all our bylaws for. Don't you understand when you deal with the devil? Like that guy who did that national president who put you in there, you didn't think he was your friend, did you? He has no respect or responsibility or love or loyalty for the club either. So when you got in your great position that you were able to cut everybody's throat to get to, it wasn't what you thought. It wasn't what you thought.
A lot of what you said and what happened in the Black Sabbath, a lot of that goes on.
It does.
A lot of that goes on, and I've had experience from it. And you know, when you're telling your story, I'm just smiling because you know I went through something similar. A lot of that goes on in a lot of these clubs.
And so I teach about it. You know, a lot of this is very embarrassing to me to open up my heart and tell you guys these very horrible things that happened to the great Black Dragon, national president, book writer, speaker, gone all around the world with this. Everyone knows man. Some of this shit is embarrassing. It is embarrassing to tell you guys these stories, but I will remain as long as I can. I mean, I'm not perfect. I might not be able to do it forever, but as long as I can, I'll remain as open as I can about not only my successes, but my failures, not only my proudest moments, but my embarrassing moments. Because what I really want for motorcycle clubs out there that I deal with, I want you guys to be happy in the motorcycle club world. Because it's one of the greatest things, the brotherhood, when it's working and effective and efficient and real, there's nothing better. There's nothing better than riding down the highway. My woman sent me a video this morning, or showed me a video this morning when we were waking up. She showed me this video of like 100 motorcycles or more riding in 2x2 formation up the road. And she said, you know, there's something about this that gets me to this day. If I was riding behind those people, I would have my cell phone turned on and I'd be trying to record this. And I said, you and 100 other cars. Because to me, MC means move the crowd. And when you're on a motorcycle with your buddy 2x2, your buddy's right there, and there's another guy, and his buddy's right there. Typically, after you've been riding in a club for a while, you really find the people you most like, even in the pack, and you normally will ride next to the person that you most like and most can trust. So normally that's your best friend or something, or your buddy, your riding buddy that you're riding next to as the pack is going. So you're next to somebody you're really close to anyway, and you're rolling down the road in a pack full of your brothers, and everybody's in sync. Dumbasses to the rear, newbies to the rear, and everybody else rolling. And it is the most powerful thing. It's the most powerful feeling. And hell yeah, everybody's got a phone, everybody's recording, everybody's watching. So I talked to you guys about a bunch of negative stuff that goes on, and somebody told me recently, Black Dragon, you just seem to be more and more disillusioned, and your podcasts are increasingly dark. No, what's happening is my eyes are opening wider and getting past the filters of the BS that I was sold coming into the club world. But these filters are important that they're gone, because I can teach you guys the real SHIT. I can teach you how it really goes on and how to protect yourselves from it. And one of the most important things is the command leadership displayed by the sergeant at arms. Yes, you're responsible to protect the president, but not above the safety of the rest of the club. Yes, you're responsible to, man, get on my nerves. Yes, you're responsible for making sure that the president is heard and that his orders are followed. But only those legal orders. You know, I saw this thing from the from those senators who did this thing about, oh, you can't follow an illegal order. I mean, that was interesting that they came out with all that. That's not something that every military person isn't taught from day one when you go to boot camp. But there are a lot of military people that will follow illegal orders. It's getting past groupthink. If the group says it's okay, it's okay. We're right here in the field right now. Who's going to know if we kill these extra 4 people? It takes a strong mofo to go against groupthink. It takes an exceptionally resilient mofo to say, we're not going to do this. We're not fixing to kill and rape all the villagers. What are you doing, man? Stop. It takes an even stronger one to put a pistol to your head and say, if you don't get off this woman, I'm going to blow your brains out. Because what does that mean? What does that mean?
Yeah.
What does that mean in the aggregate, the total look of that? What does that mean? And a lot of people can't take what it means is this. You pulled a gun on your own teammate, your fellow military dude, right? You put it to his head during an operation, and you told him that if he didn't stop breaking the law, you were going to kill him. So he stops, and he tells everybody else what you did. And now you got to go back out into the field with this guy, and this guy is responsible for having your back. That's what it means. And that's why a lot of people can't do it. That's what it means. You're the sergeant at arms and you make these very unpopular decisions. You might not be sergeant at arms next go around. That's what it means. It means that your initiatives may no longer be popular. It means that everybody's talking bad about you. It means that the guy who you came down on, you might not be able to trust in the next fight the club gets into. It means a lot to go against groupthink. It means a lot to tell the president. I remember when a sergeant at arms fined me. His name was Full House. He fined me, and I refused to obey the fine. This was not one of my better moments as a national president. What I should have said was, Full House, you're right. Here's my fine money, and I won't do it again. Now, if I were the national president today, that would have been my behavior today. But back then I was young, brash, and an asshole. So you're not going to find me. That ain't happening. And so he went with the full authority of what he had, and it was me against him for a long time. And so eventually, my power was more than he could overcome, and he got tired of fighting it. So boom, he went and joined the 1% Club. I lost an excellent sergeant at arms. I lost a guy that had a lot of goodness in him because of a pissing contest. It's very tough to go against a very strong president. It's tough.
I got you. All right, well, I'll go ahead and let y'all go get back to your show. And hey, tell Logic that
you tell him
to get a bigger microphone.
You
get a bigger microphone. It's just the one that he has is just too small. It's too small. small. He needs to get a larger size.
The mic is not big. This is just my cover.
Oh,
You see?
the mic itself is not very big.
Oh, there you go.
And it's funny. It's funny he says that. It's funny he says that because in our last ministry meeting, my sergeant at arms said the same thing. He said, Logic, where you get that big old mic from? I said, man, leave my mic alone. It's not big.
Y'all have a good show, man.
Take care.
It's the screen
and
on it.
Your favorite color, orange. It
has to be. Everything has to be. Look, Mike, can I pull it up without tearing something up? Mike, come on, watch me tear something up. My cable is orange.
Is the cable on your headphones orange too?
And my cable on my headphone is orange. Everything down up under here is orange. If I can find it in orange, it's going to be in orange.
That is that's a little anal retentive there. I'll just say.
Now you got people that love a sports team and their whole room is that sports team. I have 3 things that's orange and I'm anal.
Yeah, but you have things that are orange that aren't typically orange.
Like what?
Like the wire for
it comes in orange.
These are normally black.
you know, everything's not black, man. When you wire stuff, don't wires come in different colors?
Yeah, and they mean different things. Okay. Like there orange for the ones that go out on the right.
Exactly.
For the ones that come in on the left.
In my church podcast, the blue cable goes toward my assistant.
Mm-hmm.
Orange cable comes towards me. So there's different.
Yeah. So that's not what's going on with your cables.
Because everything's coming towards me, so it has to be orange.
Oh, is that what it? Okay. I see how you did that. In the military, my sergeant gives me an order. I'm following orders, no questions asked. Yeah, in the military, you are. But a motorcycle club is paramilitary. A motorcycle club it's really weird because they have these offices and they have voting. So that is very interesting. It can put you in a, Vernon, I just saw that. He said was an a-hole. I'm not still one. I'm much better and improved now. So yeah, you have a really weird thing in that you have orders that are given and you have votes. I look at the orders for emergent situations where you got something going on and the president or the sergeant at arms has to give orders and the club has to respond. But you have other things that can take time. And those things that take time, you can vote on those things. And that's how it's supposed to be. So absolutely, when the bike club is out on the set and the set has to make a move, the president, vice president, sergeant at arms, road captain, they give orders, and those orders have to be followed. But when you get back to the club, now we vote on stuff. We vote on how we do stuff when we're out there. So we're not talking about the military. The military is completely different. You don't get to come back and have a board later and say, yeah, I don't agree with the way we attacked that building. Although there some of that kind of stuff does happen, but not typically. Show Logic that decal. I don't have a decal from you. I checked my mail yesterday. Where did you send this decal? Your mama's house. I checked my mail yesterday or Friday or something like that, and I didn't get that from you. When did you send it, and where did you send it to? As a president, says RR. As a president, I was disciplined by my sergeant at arms. I accepted it without pushback because he was right, although it was to show the chapter that no one is above the law. I wish I would have had that in me at that time. Because at that time I was, oh my gosh, incredibly arrogant and in probably my strongest phase of power within the club. When I lost my sergeant at arms and I realized that I had lost a crucial pillar in my MC, and I missed sorely that loss. I realized I could have done things better, and I changed my behavior from that moment going forward. I can tell you that the loss of him, and then when he went over to that 1% club, it really did destroy our relationship with that club. One thing I will tell you is it's very difficult to when you lose people and they go to other clubs. Sometimes it's difficult to maintain a good relationship with that other club when the new person goes over there, because a lot of times they'll take their they'll take their anger over to that other club, and now you've got a problem that come on, man, cut that shit out. Okay, so I think I've actually silenced this thing, hopefully so. A lot of times they'll bring that to the other club, and now you got an issue with that other club you didn't have before, because of the issue they brought. So that is definitely a problem that happens. Other things that we need to know about a sergeant at arms. What's a great sergeant at arms? Let's see. We can. So the role of a sergeant at arms, as we said, the role of the sergeant at arms is, protect the club, protect the clubhouse, protect the members, hold the meetings, make sure that the meetings are fair. And normally we do that through a thing called Robert's Rules of Order, and the whole purpose of Robert's Rules of Order, the whole purpose of it is so that anybody with a issue in the club can be heard on that issue, and that issue voted on. So Robert's Rules of Order has determined that, people in groups can't always get along, especially in a meeting setting. So this is a way that we can ensure that everybody in the meeting gets a fair amount of time to talk, a fair amount of time to put their issue before the club, and a fair amount of time for that issue to be resolved, voted upon, voted down, whatever the case may be. There's a whole procedure for that called parliamentary procedure. And the most famous of parliamentary procedure, the most famous techniques, is Robert's Rules of Order. So there are many different techniques in parliamentary procedure, but the most famous is Robert's Rules of Order. And people in motorcycle clubs are using some sort of version of that. I second the motion. I first the motion. All in favor. That all came out of parliamentary procedure for people to be able to get along and speak. And the sergeant at arms is responsible for making sure that happens. So if you got people that aren't speaking, can't get their voice heard, can't get their issues out, can't get their issues voted on, it's the sergeant at arms' fault. It's your fault. Probably because you don't understand parliamentary procedure. There's a whole lot that goes into being in charge. Oh, that thing. You didn't mail that to me. You sent that to me in a message. Okay. I have to go find it. Yes, ma'am. You texted it to me. Okay. I was wondering what you were talking about. Yeah, I'll have to go find that. Biker News Canada. Funny, a person can become president because they are level-headed, and once they get that position, they can change. It's the most powerful they've ever been. It's the most power they've ever had, and it goes straight to their head. And you are so right, and that is what I have known. So many nice guys. I have known so many nice guys, wonderful dudes, who turn out to be just real a-holes once they become this president or whatever. They just change. They just lose it, my man. They just lose it. And the person that keeps you in check is a good sergeant at arms who says, "Man, I know what you're trying to do, my bro, but that is some BS. That is some straight BS, and we can't have that. We can't, because that's going to destroy the club." So let's talk about now the different styles of being a great sergeant at arms. So being a great sergeant at arms, there are a few different styles. Some sergeant at arms lead by fear. Some sergeant at arms lead by a reward system. Some sergeant at arms are very quiet. You don't hear from them at all. Some sergeant at arms are very powerful and they lead from the front. Follow me, men, over the ramparts. Some sergeant at arms are manipulative and they lead with that bullshit. But what are the great things about sergeant at arms when we talk about whatever your style of leadership is? Number one is, are you fair? Are you fair? Are we going to get the fairness from you? Are you fair? You're going to do the right thing, the right times, every time. One thing that's very important about a sergeant at arms is you're the straight down the middle every time. That's a sergeant at arms. That's a good one. You're straight down the middle every time. Everybody knows what they're going to get. You better not take that to him. You owe such and such $45 and you won't pay it back. Well, whatever the hell, let's get this handled, because if the sergeant at arms hears about it, it ain't going to go good. I'm trying to help you right now. I'm trying not to go to him on your ass. Down the middle. The second thing that makes a great sergeant at arms is that when you operate, you're operating by the bylaws. It's almost important enough for you to have a set of bylaws damn near in your hand at all times. Yeah, let me tell you the respect. Somebody comes to you and says something, and you go, "Oh yeah, exactly." Look here on page 43. It talks about. Have you read your bylaws? Good. Page 4. You haven't. Okay. Well, go check out page 43, section 7, paragraph 9. It covers that. And so what we're going to do is we're going to exactly follow that in this case. And that's, I think that'll resolve your problem. And then also I want you to take a look in addendum 3, because that also further addresses what you're talking about here. And after you've checked that out and everything, if you don't agree with it, come back to me and we'll talk about whatever problems that you may have with that. But that's what we're going to do. Man, people be like, that's a strong ass sergeant at arms right there. You can't get any stronger as a sergeant at arms than that. So you need to be the same for everybody down the road. You need to be following those bylaws when you're making those decisions. You need to avoid groupthink. What is groupthink? Nobody likes that guy. Nobody likes that guy is not a reason to put him out of the club. Nobody likes that guy. I remember this one sergeant at arms. Now this one's crazy. There was this one sergeant at arms, and he came to find out that there was a guy in his club that had been let into the club so that the club could make numbers. And then once the club made the numbers and made its count and was able to join and be okay, because in some cities you got to have a certain amount of men, 5 in some cities, 10 in another. MC protocol says you need 5 people to start a club. But some of these cities, the 1%ers have gone haywire with the dumb shit. And so now they're saying, well, you need to bring 10 people. And they didn't have 10 people in their club. Well, we won't go there. But anyway, so some, it might be 10, others it might be 15 or whatever. Anyway, they needed to make count, and this guy made the count. And so now that they made count, the The president didn't like this guy. It was time to get rid of him. We're a club now and you can go. And nobody liked that guy. He was a weird guy and he did weird stuff and he ate his own boogers and stuff like that. I was in the Navy with guys who ate their own boogers. That, as long as you are eating your own boogers, I'm good with you. The minute you ask for a couple of my boogers, then we got a problem. But if you're over there eating on your own boogers, then, eat your boogers. I want you to be happy in your booger eating. And so, he had a few problems. And they decided they would get rid of him. Not that sergeant at arms. That sergeant at arms was like, can you show me one bylaw he has broken? Booger eating is not in our bylaws. Not having a girlfriend is not in our bylaws. Eating Cheetos every day and being a fat bastard is not against our bylaws. A lot of clubs, there are a lot of things that are missing out of the bylaws. Like a lot of clubs don't have a section that says you can't be gay in the bylaws. So what if a guy came into your club and then you found out later he was gay? If that ain't in the bylaws, can you throw him out? Lavish said that guy got to go no matter what. But a strong sergeant at arms would tell him, no, well, it's not in the bylaws, so he don't have to go anywhere. I don't give a damn what you think. That kind of strength, doing what is right because it is right, that kind of strength is hard to muster. It's hard to muster that everybody in the club, man, you voted that the gay guy stay in, man. I ain't messing with you. Well, I didn't vote that the gay guy stay in. I voted that there was no bylaw to kick him out. And you don't like him is not the bylaw. Now, if it is in the bylaws, we're going to follow it. If it ain't, we're not making it up as we go. That, my friends, is a good sergeant at arms. The trap. The trap is the club politics and trying to be liked by everyone. That's the trap, sergeant at arms. You should serve each day as if it is your last. You should serve each day as if they're kicking you out of sergeant at arms tomorrow. If you knew you weren't going to be sergeant at arms tomorrow, would that affect your decisions today? It wouldn't. You'd be like, oh, shit, I'm not going to be here after tomorrow anyway. So I'll decide what I want to decide.
Oh, shit! Oh, my God!
That's what you would do. So instead of being afraid that I might not get voted back in next year, make every decision like, this is my last day. I am going to be taking down the BS and knocking out the BS. And if you guys don't want me back tomorrow, I won't be back. But today on my watch, we're going to do things the right way. We're going to do things according to the bylaws.
Thank you very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
That's how we're going to do it. We're going to be religious with it. And we're going to make it happen the way it should. You can't be liked by everyone. When you stop trying to be liked by everyone, you'll probably be liked by more people. A real sergeant at arms versus a president's do-boy. A real sergeant at arms follows the president only as far as the bylaws go. Once he starts getting into that murky territory, hey, bro, you're about to lose my support. I can't support you on the he said, she said. I can't support you on it's your way or the highway. I can't support you on we're going to go against the bylaws for this reason. We're not going to erode the power of the MC for your ego. Can't support you on that. And if you have the power to get rid of me because you're more powerful than I am, fine. You'll probably hurt the club a lot. But if that's what you got to do, do it. my bro, because I'm coming after that ass the minute you break these bylaws. And if the club is a good club, they'll dump you instead of me. Or they'll tell you no. And I guess it's the crapshoot we'll shoot. We'll just have to throw those dice. We'll just have to toss them. We'll just have to throw those dice. But the club elected you here to do the club's bidding. Now that you're here, we're not trying to watch you turn this into your bidding. Mike Silva says if the guy is loyal, a loyal brother, and the bylaws don't prohibit his membership, then you keep him. You honor your own laws. You can't so you honor your own laws, or you can't expect anyone else to. Absolutely, 200%. Absolutely. Logic, you got to get out of here?
Yeah, I got to go, man.
Okay.
In an hour, 6 minutes.
Oh, yeah. I got to go too then.
Yeah, I got to go.
I
missed my meetings the other day. I can't miss them today.
No. Here, let me give you some music to get you out of here.
I remember this one kid.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? Hey, good time of the season. Get together with family, whether you buy presents or not. The presence is your present. The present is your presence. I said it right. Listen, but if you're getting out the ride, I am, because it's warm out here. Ride hard, ride safe, and always, always ride on faith. And keep it logical. Peace.
Cool. Take care.
All right.
Damn, I got him out too early. The last two things here. The danger of politics infecting enforcement. You want to see your club fall to shit. Start letting politics enforce start letting politics affect the enforcement of your rules and regulations. When you do things for politics, you're not doing it for the fairness of the club. You're doing it because you're trying to get an agenda accomplished. And that agenda, once you've accomplished it, you have shown everybody, hey, what's up, Mike Ball-Ray? Good to see you guys all.
Thank you very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
When you do things for politics and you have done that thing, you got rid of that person, or you demoted that person, or you punished that person, or you fined that person, or those persons, or that chapter. Now you have shown the entire MC that you're willing to destroy the makeup of the entire MC and its characterization and what it stands for the one goal of destroying a political enemy. You make your motorcycle club not about shit. You make the whole motorcycle club not about shit. And now you bring the, hey, what's up, Mike Ball? Thank you for the raid this morning. I appreciate you. And now everyone knows that it's a free-for-all in here. And everyone knows that we're here for ourselves. That's why we saw that guy walk off with an entire chapter. Because the things, the tenets, the stuff that was the greatness about the Black Sabbath Motorcycle Club he enjoyed, the one he joined, the national president showed us and taught us all, it didn't mean shit. Didn't mean anything. And that's what you do, my friends. You show us all that it means nothing. You show us all that it means nothing. That is what happens when you take the sanctity of the MC and you bring it down to a political goal, a political thing. When you let politics poison the MC decision making, you lose the innocence of the MC. It's no longer innocent. It's now become a rotten thing. And that's when you lose your best people. They vote with their feet. Hey, this was sent to me by your mama's house. It is a picture. Isn't that my profile? She asked if I had a cousin out there somewhere, if that was me in this white truck. She said she saw my profile on the back window. That's my profile. I would say that's my profile. I must have a twin out there somewhere. Can't wait to meet that guy. All right. That's my 2 cents, everyone. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Do you have the heart to be a real sergeant at arms? Do you have the heart to tell them to stuff it when they come at you with that BS? Do you have the heart to be strong? How do you know if you're ready? You know if you're ready when you can say all those things you're talking about, Black Dragon, they don't bother me, bro. I'm going to handle this thing straight down the pike, bro. I ain't doing no curveballs. I'll do fastballs. You throw a curveball at me, you're going to get it straight back at you as a fastball. Straight down the line. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do according to my job description, according to the bylaws. You know, thing about being a sergeant at arms is that is your job. No one has to tell you. The president doesn't have to tell you, yes, it's okay to make the club safe. Yes, it's okay to make the clubhouse safe. He doesn't have to tell you that. That's what you do. It's your responsibility. No one should have to tell you what to do for your responsibilities. Glare 1%er says, I'd be the worst sergeant at arms for my chapter because everyone going to get the stick of knowledge over their head. Amen. And that's what a sergeant at arms should do. Okay. Happy Christmas spirit. Happy Christmas joy. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank God I'm still alive. Bless you all. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. And maybe you should donate some freaking money.
Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Donate. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Donate. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Donate some freaking money.
Donate some freaking money.
Yes.
Donate.
We would definitely appreciate that. Get a subscription, people. We need your subscriptions. Please get a subscription. Hey, the number one metric in all YouTube as to whether a show is doing well or not are the likes. Likes are free. I ask you guys to please send me likes. Just hit that like button right now. It's very important for the channel. So I'd appreciate it if you guys would do that. Hit the like button, hit the follow button. Share this with your friends that you feel may need it. I'm Black Dragon. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. Thank you all for tuning in and get skinny. Peace.